Greetings and welcome back to the weekly news roundup. I hope everybody has had a wonderful, wonderful week and we are ready for the weekend. Tomorrow on our premiered stream, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be talking about installing Lineage on a Razer Phone 2. We'll contain a few extra steps for people wanting to install Lineage on other phones as well. Just giving you a few basic ideas. So stay tuned for that one tomorrow. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in with our comments. What's Vimeo? Some people haven't heard of it. Some people are saying, yep, it's dead. So it happens when you jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's see. Hello, Commodore fan. Yeah, that's okay. You can go and watch the replay. Updated the Plasma Themes Budgie layout. Very nice. Razzle review. Razzie says, meow. Well, meow to you, Razzie. And what's wrong with this cat wanting to cuddle after 14 years? Where was this version of him before? He missed you, man. He's trying to get all them cuddles that he missed over the last couple years. Yes, the Chilix cat. Silver Adventures, greetings. Moonbase Alpha Grays, take me to your leader. How's it going there? Also got to load the stream on the Falcon browser. Silly me. Got a new cat friend named Cookie. Was Aunt's cat, but since the person she was with has a dog and the person she gave it to died, and now we have a new cat. I'm sorry about the owner of the cat. Let's see, Commodore fan, greetings. Hi, Alpha. Okay. Not that I'm complaining, though. I'm here. You can start now. There you go. All right. Yeah, Vimeo is a video service that nobody uses. Yeah, pretty much. Hello, Dan. Greetings to you. Well, we have a little interesting layout of the show tonight. There was like nothing privacy. There's still like all that crap going on in Russia and Ukraine and stuff. I did find one fun article about it and for World War III, but there was really only one that was seriously interested related to tech. That's that you can now violate Facebook terms by threatening physical violence to Russians, apparently. Go figure. Wouldn't recommend it, but there you go. So I kicked that one out. We only have business, and I pull in more business articles. I usually cut business, really hard to cut business down to like 6 articles. I cut it down to 8. We're doing an extended business, and then we have security and silly, and that is it. So we might actually have a shorter show tonight. Anyway, Bobby Baloney, Ma Baloney, never mind. Let's see. I always heard about Vimeo, didn't really know what it was since they uploaded here. Yep. Prayers to the victims of the Ukraine bombings. Indeed, indeed. Now, did I hear correctly? Is like Russia now threatening to take Alaska? Alaska's like, yeah, we've been abandoned by the federal government a long time ago. Come on, Putin. We'll bring out the guns. I want to mess with Alaska, guys. They're kind of survivors up there. I know Russians are too, but very interesting. That'd be interesting. Getting into a land war with the United States, that would not go well. But I don't know. With Dementia Patient in Chief, I don't know how it would go. Honestly, he'd be like, they did what? Give me ice cream. Nintendo had to go full stop in sales in Russia due to banking restrictions. Ugh. Yeah, there was a lot of that type of stuff as well. About the NPM module used with Vue.js. If you had a Russian IP address to replace all your files with a heart emoji. No, I did not. That's exciting. That's all we need. A Russian targeted malware. Oh boy. I mean, not to select Russia on Tor. Russia seeking support from China. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. What time is it? We got a few minutes. Should we wait for a few more folks to come in? We're almost at 20. I have sugar cookie tea once again. I think I'm down to like 4 or 5 tea bags left. So I'm going to take Hawaii where they won't be missed. But then where will all the rich Americans go for vacation? Come on, man. Anyway. Should we get started on the news? Or should we wait a little bit longer? I think we can wait a little bit longer. Although I'm out of comments, so I think we might start on the news. Hello, Carbon. Greetings. All right. Let's go ahead and get started on the business news. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business edition of the news. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you would like to catch the show live. And we're going to go ahead and dive right on in here. First up, TorGuard blocks VPN customers from using BitTorrent on U.S. servers. So if you are using if you're getting torrents with BitTorrent with TorGuard VPN, you will have to look for another alternative. Why are they doing this? Well, a whole bunch of movie studios are trying to fight piracy, basically multi-suing with their millions of dollars and funding from movies or whatever else to sue all these VPN companies, and so most of them are blocking it. This allows them to de-anonymize people sharing movies on torrents. And so that's kind of what's going on. And so just in order to preemptively prevent the company being shut down from frivolous lawsuits of insanity, they are actually simply blocking the ability to torrents over it. So if you're using a VPN and you do torrenting, you will have to look for another option. Well, Google hijacked millions of customers and orders from restaurants, a large lawsuit says. So this is kind of like the same thing that DoorDash and a few of the other gig economy type ordering systems were doing. So Google purchases this order online. Sounds like just a button on a website, which it kind of is. But order online was a service that allowed people to sign up for an account through the Google order online. And then they can build a restaurant profile, and it will help increase your visibility because, of course, now you are simping to Google, so they give you higher ratings. The problem is that Google started doing the same thing that DoorDash and Grubhub and all these other guys were doing, is that they were going into restaurants that didn't create accounts and creating accounts for them and basically capturing the income and then just sharing a smaller amount. And these restaurants are saying that, yeah, what happened though is that Google was diverting people away from their own restaurants, their own ordering systems, and that is hurting their brand. And so that is something that a lot of restaurants are a little bit saucy about, and so they are suing Google on the same thing. And so it's like, yeah, this is why I'm not a huge fan of gig economy. Sure, it does help some people in some cases, but it opens itself up for too much abuse of the system. And as there's too much abuse for the system, then it basically starts enriching the larger companies that can basically get away with all this because of their infinite supply of money, and it ends up hurting the smaller business. Now, if you want to actually do business with these guys, that's one thing, but under no circumstance should these businesses be hijacking your customers with systems you didn't do. And that's what people were saying, is that people were getting orders diverted. And the one story I covered from State College, it was a restaurant that explicitly does not do any order out intentionally because they do seafood and they care about their brand. And so when like DoorDash, people are coming up saying, oh, I have an order for DoorDash. Like, oh, we don't do DoorDash. And so it raised a lot of stink. And so Google is now in that hot water as well. Well, we covered it a couple years ago when there was a new bill passed that basically regulated what the cable companies were allowed to charge you for rental fees, and basically forbidding them from forcing you into rental agreements of hardware. But as it would turn out, this law did not, for some reason, they just didn't figure out why the cable companies aren't following the law. I mean, it's like we need to pass more gun control so that the criminals stop breaking gun laws. I mean, really. But the ISPs are still up to this. So there was a Consumer Reports survey which examined and basically said that a large portion of ISPs are still basically forcing people into expensive, quote-unquote, required equipment rentals, which is now a violation of federal law. I mean, who would have ever thought that a company might break the law? It's like a person might break the law. I mean, we need to pass more laws so people stop breaking them. I mean, come on, guys. So as a brief summary, the filing submitted to the FCC, Consumer Reports said it asked members about their internet bills and got over 350 responses, with some suggesting violations of either the letter or the spirit of the law. Filings came in response to the FCC asking for public comment on the implementation of the Television Viewer Protection Act, which took effect in December 2020. In addition to price transparency rules for TV service, the law prohibited TV and broadband providers from charging rental or lease fees when the provider has not provided equipment to the consumer or the consumer has returned the equipment to the provider. And so hopefully this will take care of some of this stuff. It turns out they're still doing this. They're still violating the rules. I don't know why passing a law just doesn't immediately stop it all from happening. It's kind of like the fine is just a small part of doing business and the enrichment factor is too high. So, yeah. Well, Ford is actually doing, I don't know, I'm looking at what Ford's doing here. In the middle of the chip crisis, a lot of car companies are shutting themselves down. Ford said, we're not going to do that. We're going to stop shipping cars. It's going to hurt the car market. It's going to drive up the used car prices. It's going to lay off employees. So what they're actually doing is they are doing an audit of their vehicles, and anything that is not mission critical for the vehicle to function, they're leaving those chips out, manufacturing and selling the cars where they promise to put the chips back in the cars as soon as they are available. I think that this is a really good approach. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Basically, everybody's dealing with these ongoing chip shortages. Many car companies are shutting down altogether. But what Ford is doing here is they're just saying, hey, we're just going to keep building and we're going to do things. It's like passenger climate control stuff, maybe passenger controlled windows, things like that required a chip. They're going to leave those chips out and put them in. So that is, in my opinion, a good approach because it keeps new cars coming into the market. It keeps employees on the line. That's actually a really good thing. Well, before we get to the rest of our business articles, I do want to highlight our affiliates. We do have affiliates at Switch to Linux. Today we are highlighting Pro Writing Aid, tlm.li/PWA. That'll get you 20% off a yearly subscription or a lifetime purchase for Pro Writing Aid. So you can go ahead and use that affiliate link. So Pro Writing Aid is going to check your grammar on your emails, on your text documents, even on your websites. They have browser extensions. They have plugins for popular Office software suites. So you can have a look at Pro Writing Aid. They also have some free services as well. You can try them out over the website, prowritingaid.com. Use our affiliate link, tlm.li/PWA for the discounts. Now back to the news. Lyft is adding a temporary fuel surcharge because of the spike in gas prices. Now, Uber did this, I think, last week. Lyft is a little bit further behind. Theirs is 55 cents. Uber said they will either be 45 or 55 cents. Lyft wants to go with the higher end of that, guarantee the 55 cents to encourage drivers to use Lyft over Uber. So if everything else were the same, hey, you get an extra 10 cents per ride. Okay. Whatever. But anyway, that is, and I was trying to look into it. Does all of that go to the driver? And I think it does. And it's to help bridge the gap of the higher gas prices for transporting people around. So that is something that Lyft is doing. Uber apparently is doing something similar. Well, Tesla is firing employees who are posting YouTube videos about full self-driving accident information. So the problem here is that it wasn't explicitly in their contracts, and that's kind of Tesla's boo-boo there. But this person who had video of Tesla's messing up posted some of these up to YouTube, and the channel was striked. The videos were taken down, of course, because, yeah. So here's one of them. Let me go ahead and just mute that video there. And this guy here, you can see the first time it turned into the bike lane. And then it does a decent job driving around a little bit here. But then with this, let's see. So they did pretty good here. And then right around this turn, it actually almost runs into those red traffic cams. I mean, that is like frightening type level stuff. It says it's still playing. There it is. Okay, so it's like, I'm gonna run that thing over. It's not yellow, black stripes, but hey, green, white. Why not, right? And so that's kind of frightening. So he posts these videos about Tesla accidents, and it's like, and I believe he lost his job. I think they did fire him for this. And basically they're saying, yeah, this stuff's not quite as ready as many people were saying that it was. Well, Netflix is testing out how to curb account sharing between households. I think that Netflix is also doing a decent job here. So on the one hand, they're trying to fight against people sharing credentials. On the other hand, they're trying to make sure that they're not losing money on one person getting a subscription and then giving it to several friends and family. Of course, you can't give it to everybody, but they've been trying IP limitations and things. But the ability to have a few different users was designed for members of the same household, not members of multiple households. So now what Netflix is doing is they are adding an option for a $2.99 United States, and then other prices in the other places. For an extra $2.99, you can add a whole extra household, so that if you're a parent, you're buying Netflix, or probably more often, you're the kid, you're buying Netflix. You can share your password with your parents. But what Netflix would prefer you to do is, hey, your parents may not buy it otherwise, but if it's accessible to them, they'll probably use it. So they're saying, hey, let's split the deal. You can add your parents' line on for $2.99. And now this is a legitimate use of two separate households using the same Netflix account. I think that this is an okay thing. I'm still not going to subscribe to Netflix. I don't agree with it. I think that Netflix has hurt our society more than anything else with a lot of the types of crap that they push out. But if you are using Netflix and sharing accounts and you're trying to get away from that or follow all the policies and whatnot, you can kind of see here that for an extra $3 a month, you can add on somebody else. And now on to our feature story. Vimeo is telling creators suddenly, hey, you got to pay thousands of dollars or we're going to delete everything. I literally think they sent the mobster in there to break their kneecaps. Okay? Yeah. So turns out because Vimeo is an uploading platform, it's very limited. You generally have to pay for it. But what you can do with Vimeo is you can specify what websites a video is posted to. So it prevents people from embedding your video, downloading your video. It basically is a good way to copyright protect a video in such a way that somebody can't pull it out and upload it somewhere else. Okay. And so that is what they were doing. Well, they decided they wanted to do a little shift and focus exclusively on big corporate accounts. I'm not sure why it makes a difference, but they went ahead to all of these little people who were using it on Patreon, some having thousands of videos on Patreon, and saying, hey, based on your usage, you need to start paying us $7,000 a month, or we're just going to delete everything. One guy had everything deleted. And why so many people are using Vimeo is Patreon is actually, for a while, was encouraging and promoting the use of Vimeo to protect the videos that you would post. So you'd post your behind the scenes videos on Vimeo so that people couldn't see it without the Patreon account. That was a really good way to do that. Well, apparently Vimeo is now trying to get rid of all these people. So this person was paying $200 a year, which she says is pretty expensive. And she's uploaded 117 subscriber-only videos so far. Each one only gets about 150 views on average. Her most viewed video has 850. Vimeo sent Van Barley on March 11th. Shocked her bandwidth usage was the top 1% of Vimeo users. Company said if she wanted to keep hosting the content on the site, she'd need to upgrade to a custom plan. Her quota price was $3,500 a year. She was given 1 week to upgrade her content, decrease her bandwidth usage, or leave Vimeo. And so they did this on a whole lot of people. This guy, they had basically a lot of things were deleted because I think he was like away from email or something. Over 500 plus subscribers were lost from the platform. The premium plan was $7,000 a year. Or a migration off Vimeo was required. And so basically what they're trying to do is, while people were already paying for Vimeo, now a whole lot of people are getting bills for thousands of dollars in only 1 week to handle possibly terabytes worth of data. Now, I'm not a lawyer nor a legal expert, but just looking at this and what I know about contract laws and things, while Vimeo does have the right to change their policies, it would really surprise me if they can legally do it and give people 1 week's notice. And this guy here, that he lost 500 plus paying subscribers, that is a minimum loss of $500 a month. Probably that is thousands of dollars a month. They could feasibly contact a lawyer. It would not surprise me if they could feasibly sue Vimeo for the financial loss of that plus extra punitive damages. Vimeo itself, this is the stupidest move I've seen a company do in a few years. I can't think of a stupider move. They're basically committing suicide. Well, now, their justification is to say, well, we're going to focus on higher end clients. I got news for you. Your higher end clients are either already paying or they're not interested. I don't think you're going to have a radical market shift and every Fortune 500 is going to be starting to pay you thousands of dollars for services, especially when many corporations, they're just happy keeping videos privated on YouTube. And so this entire push, they're going to literally push away the vast majority of their users. A whole lot more people are going to jump off the platform preemptively because this is stupid. And then basically they're going to hurt themselves a whole lot. So yeah, Vimeo effectively just went off the corner and jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. That's exciting. It should have called the crisis counseling line instead. That's what Vimeo's up to. And so, yeah, that's quite exciting. Hey, 1 week, thousands of dollars in 1 week. What is this? A hostage takeover? What's going on? Did the Gestapo take over there? Was the CEO just embedded by the ghost of, I don't even know. That's crazy. Well, anyway, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Subscribestar account, subscribestar.com/switch2linux. You can jump on over there and help support the channel. With that, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time. All right, if you jumped on late, guys, we had a weird shift in news. We didn't have anything from privacy news, and a lot of it's still Russia, Ukraine dominated stuff, which I wanted to give everybody a break from. So we did a longer stream of business. Next, we're doing security and then Sillyville. So Sillyville is still here. We are still doing it last. We're just doing business first. So super chat from Dan. Thank you, because I made it out of Slab City. That's right. I survived Slab City. So I have a travel channel. If you guys like traveling, van life type stuff, or seeing different places of the country, I have a channel called Tux Traveler. You guys on Switch Link should remember that. Tux, T-U-X for Tux, and Traveler on YouTube. And my video from today was a dissenting view on Slab City. So if you've ever heard of Slab City, you want to have a look at that. I actually did my video of Slab City today. So I'm not sure, though, Dan, if you're talking about the getting stuck earlier in the week, but today was actually the video we released, the actual details, footage, and video inside of Slab City over on Tux Traveler. But thank you for the super chat. Cinnamon apple tea is better warm than cold. I agree. Most tea is better warm than cold. I can completely concur, actually. For plasma pear tea, there you go. Blueberry raspberry blend I fluked into during my hospital stay was better cold. I have had some iced teas that were way better cold. I can say, depending on it, I guess it is. Yeah. Made it just in time. Greetings from Florida. Well, hello, no one. No one's in Florida. It's a contradiction. Does anyone use Gentoo as their main distro? I do not. Greetings from Star City. Nala says hi. Well, greetings, Nala. Fresh vintage. That would be my friend. I think I'm parked in his driveway. If that's you, my friend, thank you. And for your electricity, I don't know if I had to plug in today, but I'll be a lot more comfortable. I'm actually plugged the van into my friend's house today. So my batteries are going to be like 100% full. I'm going to make sure all the computers and stuff are charged up, and we'll probably overcharge it tomorrow if it's sunny. But anyway, hello, Nala, or meow. Let's see. Gig workers are quitting Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash due to record gasoline prices. Let's see. I use torrents mostly for Linux and backups to my music collection when I am too lazy to break out the record player. I've used Gen 2 directly. $7 a gallon does that. Yeah. Isn't it funny, guys? I don't know if you guys saw the I don't know if it's a meme or if it's a sad reality, but the movie I Am Legend, okay, which was a dystopia future. They're like, oh, how bad can we make this? Let's make that gas like $6, $7 a gallon. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Gas in California is higher than the gas in I Am Legend. So California is officially now worse than a dystopian science fiction future. Kind of crazy. Still happy with Solus Linux. You have to be independently wealthy to try for DoorDash. Inflation is really eating at people's budgets. Used to average 10, 15 DoorDash orders a night. Barely get 2 or 3 on Saturday or Sunday anymore. Yes. That is what we have been talking about lately. Absolutely. Let's see. Closest I came to using Gen 2 was Sabayan Linux about 13 years ago. Lamborghini is resuming production of the Aventadors to replace those lost when the carrier's ship sunk. Ooh. Oh, isn't that sad? All those Lamborghinis at the bottom of the sea. I want to buy a car, truck, etc. I want the complete thing, not a promise to fix it, if ever. That is true, but I'd rather have a car without a back heating, a rear cabin heater than no car at all. So I guess in perspective, although here's a better idea. Why don't we just go back to the good old days of making cars without computers in them? That way, when Russia does explode an EMP above United States airspace, we will not have lost all of our cars. There's a thought. Imagine buying a car and no more controlling anything on the wheel. I know, right? A friend working for Uber is quitting because they stopped reimbursing for gas. Oh, did they? Wow. I just hope Ford keeps their end of the deal. Yeah. Buy $40,000 car, the windows won't go up because of a stupid chip. Go back to crank. And I don't know if it was like you have to look in the details which ones were which. Upping the surcharge, but not reimbursing for gas. All right. GM has been doing this with vehicles, delivering cars without functional seat heaters, for example, and then the dealer fixes when they get the parts to install. We promise to put the spy chip in the car as soon as we get them. That's right. No issues with my brother, wireless laser printer. Some people may end up selling their vehicles due to gas prices. Hey, man, just if the price of the used cars get high enough, you might actually be able to sell your little gas guzzler car and buy a Tesla. I don't know. Of course, Tesla will wait 2 years to ship it to you, so, I agree with Stex and Hammer's opinion on this, all right? Yes, it's good to move towards electric cars. It's good to start looking at the technology, but we're not ready to jump to it right now, so stop crippling the economy and start drilling gas again. Honestly, an electric car is still going to be more expensive in the long run. I think so. Not to mention all the crap that it takes. Notified of a price increase for sharing my Netflix password with folks outside my home. That was the... Sorry there, I should find out if my cousin is still making that moonshine gas. Oh no, officer, I ain't making moonshine. I'm making gasoline substitute. That's right. I passed by an old Prohibition-era moonshine still the other day, actually. Don't like Odyssey. I've tried my best to use it, but nope. I want to like it. I just can't. It's is it hosted on AWS? Really? Wow, that is frightening. I thought they were more decentralized, but I don't know. I need to look into it more. You can also watch my content though on Rumble and on BitChute. We are on Rumble and BitChute, and I got to call out again. BitChute did fix my problem after we complained about it. Who'd have thunk it? A channel in the top 100-ish. I think I'm 200. I'm around 150, 200 on BitChute. Complains that something's not working on BitChute, and they fixed it. Yay! So all of my videos now do cross-post over to BitChute, including the live ones now. So if you do miss a live show, they will land on BitChute. All the services not if the green stuff. It's a shame we all need to eat, but I think services are just asking for way too much. Oh, thank you, Fresh Vintage, for a super chat. Vimeo funds. Oh, boy. Thank you for that super chat. Allstate rising insurance premiums due to inflation. Oh boy. Yeah, Allstate shot themselves in the foot a few years ago. Literally, I had Allstate at one point in time. I was college. I had Allstate. I think my mother had Allstate. I just kept the Allstate plan. And they're like, hey, a law's passing and where it's going to force us to raise our prices. So we're going to raise them now. Bye. If I'm going to save money for like 6 months, a year, 2 years before the law goes into effect, I'm going to go do that. Jumped off of Allstate, and I think I have one Allstate policy now on one thing, and that's exclusively because a friend of mine is an Allstate dealer, and I needed to get a small policy for one item that I had that is like, I don't really want the policy, I don't really care for the policy, but sure, I'll buy the policy from you because whatever. So, yeah, I've generally have avoided Allstate since then, other than a friend of mine is an agent. No surprise, State Farm is trying to do the same thing on my girlfriend and our truck. Nothing better than good old vintage muscle cars from the 60s and 70s. All I can think of is trying a different cable. Love the ads for Congress. My businesses profit most during the Brandon administration. We provide repossession service. Should not use Vimeo. They censor as much as YouTube. Giggle. Giggle in general. Giggle. Yeah, I have looked into possibly using Vimeo for my publishing company, but after looking into it, I decided it wasn't worth it. Yes, today's video. All right, yep. Yes, I did survive Slab City. Now, something I did not mention in my Slab City video that I probably should have is as I was getting ready to leave, I start noticing a whole lot of what appeared to be Mexicans started coming in and basically setting up what looked like a greenhouse. I literally think the drug cartels were moving in as I was leaving Slab City. And it was very interesting. They had an operation going and they had a greenhouse built in like 2 days. And this is right after seeing that they were starting to do some of those types of things. Battleborn batteries. I don't use Battleborn. They are, I guess, pretty good. But I'm actually using, I forget the exact brand of mine, but my batteries for my van are actually custom built. I bought the individual cells. I bought an individual BMS and I wired them together in the size and configuration I needed. Which is actually way cheaper than purchasing a pre-assembled lithium battery. Although the lithium batteries are getting really cheap right now and the cells aren't falling in price as rapidly. Although for about half the price what I paid a year ago for my lithium batteries, I could now buy something that is about 60% larger. So I have 200 amps of lithium ion, and I could actually keep those separate and purchase separately 4 280 amp hour cells and have a 280 amp hour battery, and that would actually only cost me about $400 or $500. Which I'm like, that might be something I think about doing, but my batteries are going to last about 10 years, and I'm not generally running into problems, so we'll call that. We host our own videos. Should YouTube link us to lawsuit? Should anyone short link us? Block VPNs. ISPs will be recorded. No exceptions. Okay. Compiling Chromium took 4 hours. Yes. I remember compiling Chromium for a Copperhead phone that I was experimenting with. And yeah, it took a long time. C9 Legend, it made me sad. Yep, I know. Idea of raising electric costs makes me want to get solar for the house. Arizona is a good place for it. Yes, amen to that. I can handle violent movies, dystopians. 12 Monkeys made me sad too. I did not see 12 Monkeys. I should find that movie. 12 Threads. Pile the kernel in roughly 15 minutes. Bit faster or slower depending on the settings. Ryzen 5 2600. This is the best thing I've heard all day. Old style cars were actually worth something. Thank you again for that super chat. Just want the vehicle. Ford can keep the chips. There you go. And probably would take 60 to 90 minutes for me to compile Chromium, but mostly I use Firefox Brave as a backup. Okay, Ryzen 5 3400G for sale. Hasn't been open yet. Where are you and how much? I don't know if I can keep my truck running on the road. I'll drive it forever. There you go. All right. Let's see. Bear me the old Honda from the 80s with a basic 4-banger. Honda Matic would be awesome right now. Gas prices are going crazy here in Canada, but hey, I told wife we need to make a plan of places we need to go and then in one day save up the gas money. There you go. Miss the good old days of crank windows and $1.50 gas. That's right. There's one little gas station in Waterford, Pennsylvania. I used to drive back through Waterford. It was slightly longer to get back home, but I did it once a week on Sunday night because they had 99-cent gas and a 99-cent big old Slurpee. Diabetes and cheap gas. But hey, I was in my early 20s, so I could drink that much crap. Let's see. You want green? Go nuclear. Sorry to say it. That's true. It's true. Nuclear is the greenest energy we're going to get. And talk about green energy solar. Have you seen what it takes to manufacture a solar panel? Yeah. Thorium plants might be a thing in the future. Of course, coal is worse than wind and solar, but I don't think for a second that wind and solar are green. Yep. Good old days. Sell your fender and build a sword. That's right. I think of a Linux experiment using Fedora GNOME 42. I didn't see the Linux experiment using Fedora GNOME 42. If he likes it, hey, enjoy. Wonder why energy companies that state 100% renewable energy have hiked their prices the same as others. Did wind get more expensive? I know, right? Wait for some progress. CPU technology for upgrading. Why is this headache hat? Take it off. What? This headache hat? Dude, because have you seen me without a hat lately? I mean, I look like crap. Come on. Surprisingly, I'm not actually balding yet. That's good. Let's see. My wife has to learn with me. Goes something to the store. Asks the salesman if it's smart. If so, no, thank you. Yep, there you go. Surprising amount of electric cars still use 90s technology, metal hybrid batteries, which are hardly ever mentioned. Yeah. Your opinion about Luke Smith content? I don't watch a ton of Luke Smith content, but I'll look at what he's done and I will watch the ones that are interesting. And some of them, pretty much what I've watched from his, I can't say I've watched a video from his I didn't like. But there's just some videos I just didn't take a specific interest in watching. But yeah, I like his content. He did do a van life content, one at one point in time, like a commentary on it. I thought about doing a response video to that because he got some of things right. He got some of things really wrong. I thought about doing a response video. I just don't know where I would put it. Is that something I put on the Switch to Linux channel? Is that something I put on the travel channel? It just kind of seems sort of out of place on both of them. I don't know. But anyway, 8 gigs RAM sucks for running VMs. Yeah, that's why when I bought that laptop for 160 out of 8 gigs of RAM, I went to the store and I bought another 8 gig chip to max out at 16. Yelled, "You idiot, the neighbor," and my heart goes down and starts playing. Who has time or patience to compile stuff? It's people who want to do it, auditing their code or doing small modifications. AMD APU is pretty nice for you. Low power and good enough graphics. I go, green energy, as in glowing green and radiation. That's right. That's right. Let's do it. Close enough. And Sea Line selling hot dogs. All right. Nothing green about solar or wind. We were smart. We'd be building nuclear plants all over the place. Right now, we're done. Yeah, I mean, when a nuclear plant goes bad, it's bad. It's bad on a bigger scale. But yeah, like solar is really good for off-grid applications. I wouldn't do power any other way than solar. But it's not as green as you may think. Now, if my solar panels survive for 20 or 30 years, yeah, somewhere around there, we start crossing into the green energy mode, because they were created so long ago and are still functioning. That's if they're still functioning. But we'll have to see. You look fine without a hat. Well, yeah, it's just become the brand of the channel anymore. I wear a hat. I mean, I could switch hats. Are you just offended by the red hat? I mean, I could do there you go. I could do this hat, Bryce Canyon, or I mean, I could always do. Ooh, can I get this hat out? I don't know if I can get this hat out. do Bryce Canyon, or I could do tinfoil. I got to fix the tinfoil hat. It's got a little bit jammed up there. I mean, I could do either one. But for the news, I want to do the red hat. All right. I dropped something out of there. What are you doing? How'd you get out of there? Anyway. Let's see. $62 barrel used to mean is $1.20 a gallon. Yep. Luke Smith cracks me up. Yeah. Saw the same video for Gnome 42. Looks very promising. Testing on a live ice. Yeah, I think I saw that he did a video. I just didn't watch it because I don't really care for Gnome. Yeah, I have used Arctic Linux. Whoa, a beard. Hello, sweaty zombie. Yes, I become a true Linux neckbeard. Man, that's what happened. I was trying to open up this panel of is it Rogaine or whatever? And it splashed all over my face. I woke up the next day and it looked like this. Man. Too much of a mess to shave the camera. No, I just decided to grow it. So much in hot dogs. Yummy. Ubuntu having the old GNOME really a bit and then bit them in the heinies last time. Consequently, they're doing difficult time with Snap. Yep, the tinfoil hat. That's right. Definitely tinfoil. I know, right? I remember learning the OpenRC and Systemd alternatives from Luke Smith. Yeah, Luke Smith's done some good stuff. Tinfoil over for sure. We know you're one of those then for sure. I know. I gotta get back to the tinfoil hat time videos. That's what we gotta do. I know, Kitty, you want to jump up there, but the other fat cat's taking up all the space. I know. And the fat cat's sitting up there going, hey, yeah, no, you ain't coming up here, buddy. I'm taking it all. All right. Well, let's jump on over to security. We got security, and then we got Sillyville. So let's do security. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. Today we are doing security and Sillyville. I know that's a strange departure from what we usually do, but hey, when Putin gets back to his own country and our news cycle gets back to normal, maybe we'll get back to the normal news. As it is for now, we're going to cover some security news, and then we will also look at Sillyville. So first and foremost, for any of you gamers out there, there is some Valorant cheats that are running around being promoted on YouTube of all places that carry the Redline malware. This is a pretty nasty Trojan. You get in there and you are like, hey, you got to find this, and then you use the you use this individual application you get, and what it's going to do is it's going to drop in a vulnerability, which is going to be able to watch literally everything that you do. It's going to take screen caps. It's going to take your, where is it? Let's see. Disable the antivirus software. Use elevated privileges in order to allow a smooth operation of those cheats. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Anytime some software from the internet tells you to disable your antivirus and use elevated privileges, you should be aware. It's probably a malware. So Redline is widely deployed. Info stealers out there. Once installed, it will explore a wide range of sensitive data, passwords, credit card information, browser cookies, bookmarks, browser history, cryptocurrency wallets, account credentials for things like Steam, Discord, and more. Stolen information gets packaged as a zip file and shuttled to a Discord server. Way to go, Discord. Ban my server at Switch to Linux, where we talk about Linux stuff, and you let the malware guys go. Congratulations, you fools. Well, let's jump on over to our next article. Crypto ROM Bitcoin swindlers continue to target vulnerable iPhone and Android users. So it was difficult to get malicious apps on iPhones, but it is still possible through the iOS Test Flight application. So Test Flight is used for testing out, beta testing iOS apps before they go through the Apple approval. And what these guys are doing is utilizing malicious websites. They're encouraging you to download Test Flight, and then once you have that done, sideload their amazing new app. And whatever that app happens to be, it's a crypto miner that's going to get installed onto your phone. And of course, this is a way for them to distribute other forms of malware as well. There is another way that they are getting some malware on, and that is by utilizing the browser shortcuts. So using the web clips on iOS, which will allow you to put a small, like a containerized website onto your desktop, what they were doing is they were basically creating a shell around a known website, promoting that. You install, the fake Robinhood, which is really Robin Hand, which I guess looks very much like the Robinhood site. And then you think you're interacting with Robinhood, but really Robin Hand is extracting a whole lot of money and doing some other malicious things. You can very clearly see what's going on here. Not legit, guys, not legit. So Android, of course, is a little bit easier to do things with that. And but regardless, just be aware of these types of things. Well, researchers discovered a critical vulnerability in APC smart UPS devices. Okay, I have no earthly idea why your backup power supplies need to be on the internet. I mean, really. What's it going to do? Notify you if your power goes out? Well, what if that took out your router too? If your power goes out, it's likely that your internet went out, even if your modem is on your UPS. So this stupid UPS, you connect it up to your house, you put it on your amazing smart network, and you can be like, I got my smartphone here, and I'm going to manage my UPS from my smartphone over the internet. And apparently it was buggy because some people were able to get in there and start messing around and basically take control over any insecure device that was on your entire network and encrypt your devices and do all sorts of other crap, demonstrating once again why we do not need smart crap that has no business being on the internet. Okay? You can, by the way, FYI, as we will see in our upcoming Kodi series, you can manage, if you really want to be able to manage this thing with a stupid phone app, you can manage it with a phone app that requires you and the UPS to be on the same device. You can have it be connected to your Wi-Fi and the app connected to your Wi-Fi, and you can manage it when you're in your home network. But when you're out of your home network, you can't manage the UPS. I know that's rocket science for some people, but if that's beyond your comprehension to be able to understand, maybe you should not have a device that's plugged into the internet at all. Because this demonstrates one more time how foolish it is to connect things to the internet that do not need to be on the internet. Can you guys hear that train? I can feel that train. Wow. Anyway. On our last article for security, researchers, last week we talked about the Dirty Pipe Linux vulnerability. Well, Samsung and Pixel phones were dirty piped. Why? Well, because they're like, we are using an amazing new Linux kernel that hasn't been patched for dirty pipe. And so this is specifically the Samsung S22 and the Pixel 6 Pro. Both uses a Linux kernel within the vulnerable range of these devices and thus are susceptible to the vulnerability. So this security researcher developed an app which actively and successfully executed the dirty pipe to gain full root privileges on these two phones. Now, the good news is this is not something you do over the internet. You have to have some local access. The bad news is for an Android device is an app is able to do that access. And so if you automate that, you can send a signal back to the originator and they can root the thing out and figure it out. Hopefully they will be able to patch the Linux version, the Linux kernel version, to get rid of this vulnerability. But in the meantime, if you have a Pixel 6 Pro and a Samsung S22, the best things you can do is do not sideload any app unless you absolutely 100% completely know what you're doing, and don't install anything from Google Play Store unless it's absolutely something with a long known track history. Don't be like, hey, that looks like a fun new brand new game that's got 6 other people using it, let's download this, because it could very well be the app that does this type of stuff. Now, this guy, of course, has not released the source code for his super app, so people will still have to figure it out, but this is something that's fairly easy to execute on real hardware, and now we have it on 2 phones. Now, that was actually one of the concerns I had. I spent quite a bit of time researching, is my new Razr 2 phone, when we upgrade the Lineage version, going to be susceptible to dirty pipe? It turns out, no, the kernel version is still too old on Android 11, which is what I'm currently running. Well, with that, we can jump on over to our affiliate spot today. Today, I'm highlighting A2 Hosting. If you are in need of web hosting, have a look at A2 Hosting. Very simple website hosting for any variety of basic website functionality or running email servers or anything like that. You can start at $2, $2.99 a month on up from there. They have dedicated servers. Don't buy Managed WordPress. That is one of the offerings they have over here. Just to right of that spaceship, Managed WordPress is bad news. Don't ever buy that, no matter what hosting company it's from. It's been a big thing lately, but don't ever buy it. Manage it all yourself. But anyway, everything else that they have is excellent. Have a look over them, tlm.li/A2H to give them a test. Now, guys, let's head to Sillyville. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Did I not mark where I'm at? Okay. Beard suits me. All right. Peter K. misheard lyrics going on. Celine Dion. Hot dogs are on. Uh-oh. Most solar panels these days are low quality from China. I think about 5 years. Not about 20, 25 years. Yeah, it depends on the panel. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. I have one of them. I don't know what brand it is. It was the cheapest 100-watt solar panel I could find. I used that just for doing some basic early experimenting. And the other solar panels I have are from Sun Solar. Let's see. Okay, some do not shave my legs for 3 months, and the wife tells me to shave, but during those 3 months, I'll save on shaving cream. There you go. I just make my own shaving cream. You can see I ran out. Of course, it depends on how much percent efficiency you find acceptable. Like the mustache on the cat. I know, yeah. Yeah, my kitty is definitely a Hitler cat. Hey, kitty, hey, kitty cat, can we see your mustache? Thank you. Yeah, there's the mustache on the kitty cat. He's like, all right, I'm going to lick myself and go back to bed. All right, beard looks cool. Thank you. It's okay. People have their preferences. Beard makes you look like he gained weight. Oh, yeah, man, I put on 300 pounds, too. I've been eating nothing but hot dogs in the van. Looks like a tree beard from Lord of the Rings. Okay, I'd imitate that, but I don't have time. Razzie doesn't have the mustache, but he has a very light beard. There you go. Yep. Don't cheat on games unless it's built into the game. Yep. At least men can have a beard, and during the wintertime makes your face a lot warmer. Yeah, it's hot right now where I am, so it actually is a little warm. Man, I miss the days of the Game Genie and the Game Shark. Yep. Haven't trimmed my beard in over 3 years. Oh, are you looking like Santa Claus? Need to buy new shaving knives. I actually have one left, but I threw away the holder. Huh. Can't stand a beard. They're itchy, but I do keep a mustache. Got a small goatee. There you go. Or I look like I'm 20 years old. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I should go for the dumb UPS. That's right. Haven't played Valorant, but just based on watching the game a little bit to see what it's like, I was not impressed. I think Rainbow Six Siege is a better game. Western Digital, MyCloud, external hard drives were compromised before and people's data were wiped. Yes. We've talked about all the Western Digital MyCloud bugs that I know of. Not impressed with any modern first-person shooters. I got tech on the brain. I even found Doom Eternal to be very lackluster and gimmicky. All right. Let's see. With the beard, I'm mistaken for 25. Uh-oh. Telegram, see a lot of cryptocurrency spam, probably mostly bots. No offense, only technology noobs still buy smart devices. Yep. Beard adds +4 speech and +10 charisma. Nice. Don't forget like the plus 100 cool Linux points for being a neckbeard. -10 stamina. Modularity is best for technology. Let's see. Nintendo emulator apps will likely have that malware. Possible. Pixel 6 is very buggy. Very disappointed. All right. Tin foil, red hat neck, red neck kitty Linux news reporter totally missed the tiny URL takeover last week. Tor Cody linkings. What? I'm completely confused, dude. Flush out them dirty pipes. That's right. Noobs still buy smart devices on my brother, though. Greetings, pizza. How's it going, pizza? Currently upgrading to Fedora 36 beta. There you go. Kittler. There you go. Yes, he is definitely a Kittler cat. Kitty Cat thought it was treat time. Now he's disappointed. Yeah, well, he'll get his treats in a bit. So dumb. Don't cheat on games unless you made your own cheats, like you did for Minecraft. There you go. I used to play Anarchy servers where there are no rules, so everyone cheated, but also most cheaters also backdoored, so I made my own. There you go. When you don't win when you cheat, what's the why cheating to win? I found one old Zelda cheat that can be compounded to a super rupee cheat. Yeah, is that the one where you you go to do the gambling, if you lose, you retry, and if you win, you save? Is that the one? Dirty Pipe just patched on Debian. All right, very good. All right, shall we go to Sillyville? Let's go to Sillyville, and then we will feed the beasts. First up in Sillyville, a walking CPU was captured. This man was caught by the Chinese customs trying to carry 160 Intel CPUs that were strapped to his body. I don't even know how you do that. So literally, this is everything the guy had attached to his body. Like, you know they make you go through metal detectors, right? Do these not go off in metal detectors? I don't know. But anyway, he had as many as 160 processors, mainly Intel 11th generation, 12th generation Gen Core CPUs. The walking CPU or CPU man tried to evade customs by not declaring any products that were attached to his body. However, his abnormal walking postures caught his attention. It had nothing to do with walking through an x-ray machine. It had entirely to do with how he walked. Well, if you didn't shove one or two of them up your rectum, you might not have walked that way, kind sir. So here he was on the screen. He doesn't even look fat for carrying that many CPUs. But anyway, just guys, don't try and steal 160 CPUs through Chinese customs. They'll likely gulag you for that. I mean, they'll be stripping out your kidneys there and selling them to the highest bidder. Well, we have a couple NFT articles. The first one is that the original Winamp skin is now selling as an NFT. That's right, babies. That's right. NFT says proceeds will go to charity. I mean, I got news for it. What's going to, like, is anything going to, I really got to know this. Is anything going to happen to me? Because I have a Windows 98 VM, and on that VM, I have Winamp installed, and I believe I have this original Winamp skin. Does that make me violating this in some term? I mean, I've had that for 20 years. You can't tell me it's illegal now. But apparently, yeah, it is, Winamp is selling it. So are we going to start seeing sales of every Winamp skin as an NFT? I don't know. Am I still going to be able to select it on that one Linux, media player that you can put Winamp skins on? I mean, I have questions about this, and they're important questions because it deals with Winamp, and Winamp was a thing of my young adulthood. And I just got to know. I have to know these answers to these Winamp questions. Well, further NFT news. Apparently this NFT of a rock was, for some unknown and ungodly and reason to demonstrate the stupidity of mankind, was valued at $1 million. I don't know how a picture of a rock values at $1 million. Looks like a lump of coal to me. Looks like something you get when you're being bad to Santa Claus. So he accidentally sold it for less than a cent. By listing it with the wrong cryptocurrency, and a bot quickly jumped on top of it, and then of course he begged the bot for the thing back, and he's like, nope. So I'm not sure if he's visiting Vimeo at the Golden Gate Bridge or not, but he accidentally sold his NFT for $1 million net loss. Although how an image of a rock can be worth $1 million, I must just be a boomer because I don't get it, yo. This is why this NFT business, this is a fad, guys. This is going to collapse on itself. I wouldn't be the one caught holding the empty pixels when the EMP goes off. That's for sure. But if you can explain to me what in the world's going on here, please let me know in the comments down below. And on to our feature story here at Sillyville. Microsoft was apparently testing ads in the Windows 11 File Explorer. Now, I was swung by Best Buy today to pick up something, and I went over to the, we were trying to see what the spec was on one of the computers, and I tried to pull up the task manager. You can no longer right-click on the taskbar and pull up the task manager on Windows 11. Windows 11 sucks. It was pretty bad. And I just cannot imagine now we're going to start seeing ads for this. Now, of course, this showed up in the developer edition, and then they quickly backtrack and go, well, this wasn't meant for anybody in the public to see. This is like trying to unsend the email that you sent with, bad, illegal, or damning material. Well, it was accidentally sent. We don't know how. I don't know how you accidentally draft an email, accidentally send it out to everybody, and accidentally wait until somebody complains about it. But that's what happens. So basically, look at this. Write with confidence across documents, emails, and web with the advantage of suggestions from Microsoft Editor. Oh, is that the new woke editor? Is that what they're calling the new Microsoft Editor? Is that the thing that's like, oh, you can't say mailman, it's got to say mail person. Here's another example. Your notifications, offer suggestions, how I set up my device, get tips. So basically, they kind of said, oh, this wasn't supposed to be there. That was an accident. No, we're not planning on doing that. But of course they are. They just weren't ready for the public outcry yet. So they did what they wanted to do, the public outcry, and then they backtracked. What else is new? Well, you can help support the channel over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. You can jump on over there. That will help support each of the different channels. With that being said, folks, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. All right, let's see what we got here. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Oh, man, I think, I left my water behind the green screen. Hold on, I gotta go fishing for my last bottle of water that's not behind my green screen. It should be down here somewhere. Water. Ah, found it. I knew there was one more down there. Yeah, I meant to pull my water out from behind my green screen, but I didn't. Anyway. Ooh, Skyrim glitch, huh? Linux 5.15, LTS was patched a while ago. Game's no longer fun without the cheats from back in the teen days. Cheating on games, well, it's what made the games interesting. That's right. Well, we didn't cheat as much. I don't know. Is using the code for 30 lives a cheat on Contra, the original Contra? Let me know in the comments down below. But what we used to do is when my mother went off to work, my brother and I would stay up late, and we would change all of the color settings on the TV to make it look like this really cool, like laser light, like trippy background, and we'd play the whole game of Contra like that. It was really fun. That's what we did, and we did our 30 lives. So I don't know, is that cheating or not? I understand, but you don't really want to experience gameplay that way. Sure, to me, most games these days don't have as much of the experience. Play one modern FPS, you've played them all. There you go. New Intel made crap CPUs. This is ridiculous. Better not a Muslim in the worst part of China. They literally take your organs there. Yep. Loved the player back in the day. Yep. Well, Anna Rita, there is a Linux media player, and I forget which one it is. One of you guys will know. Let us know here in the chat. There is a Linux media player that you can put all the Winamp skins on. And so if you really want the nostalgia of it, you can listen to music on that on your computer. Guy smuggling chips was Octa-Core 20X. Wow, yeah. Imagine if he gets struck by lightning, he'd be like, Rain Man supercomputer mode. He would use cheat codes for his GTA. There we go. They make maybe let the long. Yeah, we'll leave the long alone. NFTs are just the cryptocurrency version of Pokemon cards. Yep. Long time no see. Hope you are well. Well, hello, Metal Music. Greetings. Love the video on Cody. Awesome. Yeah, I got a lot more positive feedback for the video on Cody than I did for the video on GIMP. So we are seeing that series through. GIMP, yeah, like those GIMP videos were only getting a couple hundred views where I averaged a couple thousand. So, yes, we will continue with the Cody series. I'm going to shoot for a new video until on Wednesdays until we are done with it. I think next up we're going to be talking about installation on a variety of platforms. Feel sorry for Switch Linux if you got a piece of coal for being naughty with Santa Claus. Well, some people call it naughty, but never mind. NFTs could be a really smart way to handle software licenses without a centralized server. Okay, maybe. It's a possibility. You need the rock, diamond, and crystal to run your game. All right, there you go. How's a picture of a rock valuable? Geologist entered the chat. I don't know. NFT, Tulip Bulb Mania. There you go. Ads in the file manager. Hey, Microsoft, how about some Candy Crush ads in that file manager? 1 cent rock come with a leash. Digital pet rocks could be a big business. I know, right? Linux already had the most intelligent way to handle software. Uh-oh. I had to install Windows 10. There you go. NFTs are you to get people accustomed to owning virtual items with no physical goods, so we'll own nothing and be happy. That's right. That's right. It is all a push from the World Economic Forum. Remember, it had to be outside the town, facing either east or west, while using the code until the game gave you unlimited rupees. It was the 4th or 5th usage that did it. Are you talking about the original Zelda, or you're a younger person? You're talking about some future Zelda that was not the original Zelda one, therefore it's not Zelda. I don't know. You'll own nothing and be happy. Yeah, maybe with a lobotomy. That's right. Microsoft makes me laugh so hard. Yep. The original Charlie Brown Halloween charcoal blockhead prize. Yep. Microphone of him does not work from the side. What? Cover Netflix stopped sharing accounts. I have 4 family members who use my account. We did cover that. So what they're doing is per like individual household, I guess it's like $2.99 extra as an add-on. Not cheating because the devs put it in the game. That's good to know. Cheat codes for more lives is cheating unless you have an unlimited number of lives. No, it's 30 lives. It gives you 30 lives instead of 3. Use the code just for the graphics effects, fine after beating the game. There you go. QMMP supports the Winamp themes. That's that might be the one I was thinking of. XMMS. No. In regards to your GIMP videos, I was waiting for the series to be complete and then going through them one run at a higher. Yeah, I'm not doing any more GIMP videos specifically because people did not take an interest in them, and while I was been watching them, and they're not doing what tutorials usually do either. If in the future I see the tutorials start shooting up again, then that's a different case. Maybe I'll return to it then, but. As for now, I'm not spending the time to do the GIMP videos when they only get a couple hundred views. All right, guys, I think we need to feed the kitties, which is appropriate because the second kitty just finally jumped up on top of the bed over there. So I now have both kitties right there at the kitty cam. What's going to happen when I go ahead and just throw the kitty treats in the middle of them all? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. Let's feed the kitties. Yes, kitties, it's time for you guys to get some kitty treats. Yeah, it's time for you guys to get some kitty treats. Yes, it is. You guys want some kitty treats? Yeah. Here you go. Oh, yeah. And we get, oh, there you go. There you go. There's you, and you're up high, up high. There you go. Yeah. Well, now she gets into the licking mode. Now she figures out what the lick's about. Yeah, they're finger licking good, aren't they, kitties? They're finger licking good, huh? Yes, they are. They are finger licking good. Yes, they are. Oh, you're getting vicious. You're a vicious one, huh? Yes, you are. You're a vicious one. Yes, you are. You're vicious. All right. Let's see. What about watching Netflix on the go? IP addresses change. Not sure how they were enforced the defect. I don't know. I have no idea. Here in the Netherlands, Netflix lost a lot of subs. Thou shalt tempt Hackatas. Happened with Vimeo. They decided to start charging everybody thousands of dollars with 1 week's notice to get off or pay up. Kodi tutorial videos interested me very much. So I will keep making the Kodi ones because there was a lot of positive feedback on that. Next week, not caring if a winter storm hits later week. Yeah, Winamp Skins VLC started to do that in version 2, but dropped it due to lack of caring. Kodi videos are a good idea. Yeah, Dan gave me the idea to do the Kodi ones, so thank Dan for that one. I'm finally getting around to it, by the way. Thanks for the stream. Have safe travels. Absolutely. Few people can make such tutorials entertaining, fast enough, and clear enough while teaching. 2 cats. OMG. I guess DJ the female. No longer shy away just once. Yep. All right. Kitties attack. That's right. That's right, kitty cats. Yeah. Attack. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We will see you guys next time. 12 o'clock tomorrow, we will doing the Lineage install on a Razr 2 phone. So have a look over at that video tomorrow. Premieres at 12 Eastern Standard Time. And we will be back with something fun, possibly on Monday. We might take Monday off. I don't know yet. Monday's going to be a big traveling day. But who knows? Maybe I'll take a walk in the woods with a new phone and show you guys what that camera looks like. But you will see what that camera looks like tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your fun weekend. And have yourselves a wonderful time until we see you next